This screencast is going to help you create SoftChalk files for the Spelling Mastery project. First of all, you need to go to the projects folder on the G drive. And once you do that, you're going to see that we have several folders over here. The SoftChalk files folder is where you're going to find the separate folders for each set that you're going to be working on. For each set we created, you're going to find two parts, part A and part B. Each part is meant to cover half of the set, so students will not be working on more than 13 to 14 words maximum in each set. To make things easier for you, we've already created SoftChalk files on each and every group or part. So all you need to do is open SoftChalk and access these folders that you see in here. You're going to see in each folder that there are multiple files over here, which is basically one SoftChalk activity. When you need to open them, you need to open the file that has the same name as the folder name without any other additions, the HTML file. Before I show you how to do that, if you need to access the audio files, you just need to go to the audio file and you're going to see the different lists that are there, and you can also access the images that are over here. So if you open your SoftChalk file, if you open SoftChalk, the program, you go to File, Open, and then you open the folder that you're actually working on. So you go to SoftChalk Files and you open your folder. I'm going to open list set 1 part B, and you open the file, as I said, that has the same name as the name of the folder. So I'm going to open this one. Okay. All of the files are basically created in a way that will maintain consistency. So all of them have the same layout, have the same page names, have the same activities. All you need to do is just input the data, insert the information or the questions. On the first, so you can see this is page number 1 where you're going to add the word list, page number 2 for activity number 1, page number 3, and so on. Now, if you access the Excel sheet that we have, you're going to see that the words are already here with their sentences and so on. I made the words available for me to make it easier to type on notes. So you can see that I split them into 2 halves. So I'll be working on the second half because this is part number B. It's easier, rather than copying and pasting each word, it's easier just to type a word, tab to move to the next cell, and type in the next word. So I'll just type all the words. Age, arm, red, INS. Okay. Now you might not need the last row, but you can keep it because these borders are transparent. They won't show, so it won't affect anything. Now we've added the words. We go to activity number 1, and then we need to insert a quiz group, which is basically a set of questions for students to answer and go through. We go to Insert, Quiz Group, and then you have this window. Now you have to give each quiz group must have a unique name that cannot be used again for I don't know why, to be honest. So to make it easier for you, just try to make it as systematic as possible. So if I were you, I would just have the same name of the file. So A1, list 1B, and this is quiz group number 1. So in the next activity will be quiz group number 2, and so on. And then you can add multiple choice questions, multiple answer, and so on. Basically, we'll mostly be using multiple choice and short answers. For this first activity, word identification, it might be easier to just go for short answers and add. I'll show you how to add both. So listen. Okay. You right click, after you type the question, you right click and add media. Then you browse for the folder for the media file that you want. What's my first word again? Sorry. It's ask. Okay. So ask spelling. Make sure you select inline player so that the file is played inside the question, the audio file, and OK. And then you type in here the correct spelling. Make sure that you do not check this box so that they wouldn't be penalized for capitalization. Now, for the first time you insert a question or a quiz popper, as you see here, you need to set the points properly. So if you can make them 1 or 2, after that you won't need to repeat this step again because it'll be set as the default value for following questions unless you want to change it again. So we'll just click on OK. You'll see here that I have a short answer with this question and 1 point. I'll add a multiple choice question just to show you how it's done. Add, you enter the question over here. So listen. Okay. Right click, media, select file. Next word is put, so PUT. Okay, spelling. Inline player again, and here you have to provide them with different spellings. Okay. Now, with multiple choice questions, you have to randomize the answers yourself because answers are not randomized automatically on SoftChalk, and there isn't that option. But you also need to remember to choose the correct answer because you might just put in the answers and forget to check the right answer, so it'll be by default A, which might be the wrong answer. As you can see here, the points are already set to be 1 because we've already made that change in the previous question. So just click on OK to add the question, and so on. Now, my advice to you here now, a best practice kind of advice, is to maintain the same kind of questions in each question group. Why in each quiz group? Why is that? Because if we go to the first question, now what I usually do is after typing the first question, I would just select all, Control A or Command A, copy, Control C or Command C. Okay, I just copy this, and right now I just need to answer. I would add the same kind of question, add, and I'll just paste the stem. So I saved basically a lot of time doing this. Paste as in Control V or Command V, and then I just right click on the audio, modify media, and select file. So the inline player is already there, the media is already there. You just need to reselect the file that you want. So if we can select pay, okay, pay, spelling, inline player, just type it. And that's it. So you see here, you added the same question using, so again, I'll just click on add, I'll paste the same thing, right click, modify media, and select another file. It'll be big this time. Big inline player and spelling. Okay. Now, after you add all the questions after you add all questions for all the words, a question for each word, sorry, in that part of the set, you go to group options. Now, group options need to be changed each and every time. I don't know why, but make sure that they're displayed 1 question at a time to avoid having the page crash or whatever. Make sure that it's in random order, and it should show the questions, not hide them. When they hide them, they have to actually click on the link. Show would make the questions visible from the first time. Keep the feedback detailed and allow retry. So these settings need to be applied each and every time whenever you add a quiz group. 1 at a time, random order, show, and allow retry. And it's also best to keep it as text only, the way to display the questions, and just write the word questions. So of course you're going to have more questions than I have over here, and click on OK. So you're going to see the questions are added here as a hyperlink. You cannot see the questions over here, you can only see them in preview mode. But if you want to modify them, you just right click and modify quiz group. And you can modify the questions as you like. You click on a question, select a question, and modify. Okay. The same thing will be done for words in context, where you're going to add a quiz group. So I'll insert quiz group, and it's A1, set 1B, quiz group 2. Here, the kind of questions we're going to add is we're going to have them listen to sentences, and they have to choose the correct word that they hear to fill in the blanks. So add the sentences are already made, are typed in the Excel sheet. So let's see. Here it starts here. So ask. Okay. Now to make this easier for you, what I would do is I would add the media, select file, it's ask, sentence, okay, inline player. I would copy this, I would just make this one letter, okay. I would copy this and I would paste it each and every time, and all I have to do is just erase S and add the new sentence that I want. But this means that you have to type the sentence yourself. Okay. So okay. Options are already set. I'm just checking. You don't have to check. And then okay. So again, the same thing. See, I'll just paste. I just need to edit. Choose the next word. Just basically put sentence. Everything is set. Change the sentence. You see, it's all about file placement. So if you just place the file in a way that helps you see without changing anything, it'll help you a lot. Okay, so I'll add options. Okay, and okay. And you see how it is. And then again, we have to change the group options one at a time, random order, show, allow retry, and text only. Oops, sorry. Okay. For listen and spell, you're basically gonna, again, insert quiz group. You're going to insert a group audios where they just have to listen to words and type them as they listen, or choose the correct spelling for each word. So A1, list 1B, quiz group 3. Let's make a multiple choice, for example. Again, type in the question in a way that allows you to copy it and paste it into multiple questions. So put just without anything, plain. Select all, copy, and just put the words. Okay, and you see how it is. Then again, group options, one at a time, random order, show, retry, text only, questions. And of course, you're going to have all the questions for all the words over here, and then okay. So you see that each set, each activity will have a question group. And then we go to activity number 4, where you're going to insert an activity, not a quiz group. You can insert a crossword with the clues being sentences that were used in activity number 2, which are the sentences that are in the Excel sheet, and the audio from there. You cannot insert audio, sorry, you just have the sentences themselves as clues. Or you can add seek a word, which is basically word search. It's very easy to add. So let me make the notes available down there, sorry. Okay, so we'll insert the words. So I'll just type in the word tab space. You see? Word tab space. Word tab space. Now you can see here the number of items that we have. you need to change the options. Now for this kind of activity, you have to change the points each and every time. So here we have 12 words, so it'll be 12 points. Sorry, oops. Okay, make sure that it's displayed in line to avoid any problems, because if you open it from image or text, it'll be harder to track the score or maintain it. So we'll just click on OK. Again, you cannot view the activity. You can just right click and modify activity to change the words or delete them or change the score. Now you see here, so that's about it for all the activities. You see here there is a star sign beside the name. It's because that I made some changes without saving them. So before you move on, just make sure that you save everything, which is basically Command S or Control S, or File, Save. Okay. Now everything's saved, and all I need to do is preview. You need to know that preview mode in SoftChalk will not work on Chrome. You have to preview the files using Firefox or Explorer. If your Firefox does not display the audio, you need to make sure that you have your QuickTime installed or some kind of audio player to allow you to play the audios. So I'll just go to Firefox. I have it over here. I'll refresh. Okay. So you can see here that it's already created. Sorry, this is part A. Okay, so this is part B. You can see here the word list that we added, all the words, and then activity number 1. We added 4 questions only, although we're supposed to add more, but just for an example. So they'll just click on next and keep adding the words and typing them. Act number 2 is, here it is, act number 3. And act number 4, this is how the word search will look. They're going to have to look for these words and find them over here. If they need any hints, they can click on a word and it'll give them the beginning of the word over here. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.